Welcome to the info session about our new master program STEM, Sustainability Transformation in Engineering and Management. First, we would like to introduce the team who is presenting the study program today. My name is Holger Rohn. I'm Professor of Sustainable Lifecycle Management as well as Sustainability Representative of the University.
Welcome also from my side. My name is Katrin Perci. I'm Professor of Marketing and Innovation Management.
My name is Sebastian Schrems and I'm also Professor of Lifecycle Management here at THM.
My name is Nadine Wilstroh and I'm a Professor of Digital Real Estate Management at the department.
My name is Ramona Röll and I'm a student at the THM.
Now I will start first to give an overview about our university. We are a University of Applied Science and we are among the biggest in Germany. We have overall around 15,000 students and almost 2,700 international students. We have 12 departments in our university and around 80 study programs. Then we are, of course, quite much international oriented and have around 125 international partners in around 46 countries. Our campus is located in the middle of Germany. The study program will mostly take place at the campus in Friedberg, which is located around 30 kilometers north from Frankfurt. Friedberg is a rather small town with around 30,000 inhabitants and has around 4,000 students. The main campus is in Gießen, which is around 65 kilometers north from Frankfurt, and there we have around 9,000 students, and this is a town with a population of around 95,000 inhabitants. Then we have a third campus in Wetzlar with a rather small campus. Now Katrin will continue with some key facts about our program.
I would like to take you through some key facts of the STEM study program. The degree you will earn after 4 semesters of study is a Master of Science. The 4 semesters of study include 3 semesters of lectures and other courses, as well as 1 semester for your master thesis. We start our program every term, which means you can start in October, which is our winter term, or April, our summer term. The admission will be decided based on a numerus clausus system, which means that the best students will be accepted for the program based on the GPA of the bachelor's degree. We will work with a study group of about 15 to 25 students per semester. The program is allocated at the Department for Business Administration and Engineering. However, our study program is highly interdisciplinary, which means that professors and other lecturers from in total 8 different departments are involved in the study program. Talking about the job profile that you would like to educate you for, the key vision that we have in mind is actually that we want to educate change makers or change agents for sustainability transformation. Your field of work could be in corporations of all kinds across all industries, in governmental organizations, NGOs, in public organizations or social organizations. Sustainability challenges, as we all know, are all around and are some of the key challenges of our time. So the key skill set of our graduates will be to identify relevant fields of actions with regard to sustainability transformation. Next, due to your interdisciplinary background in the fields of engineering and management, you will develop the necessary skills and knowledge to develop and implement technical as well as business or organizational solutions to tackle these sustainability challenges. We will deliver highly interdisciplinary qualifications, meaning that you will be able to develop, implement and communicate strategies, solutions and concepts from multiple backgrounds and find holistic solutions for sustainability problems. Last but not least, we all know that it's not only about the idea or the degree of novelty or sustainability that certain ideas inherent, but it's also about taking people on a journey, being a change manager and developing organizations. So one of the key skills that we would like to provide you with is also the ability to facilitate a constructive dialogue between multiple perspectives within organizations and of course also with decision makers and stakeholders. Talking about admission requirements. So you can study the STEM Master's Program if you have a bachelor's degrees in the fields of engineering, business, economics and natural sciences. The bachelor degree should be or should have taken at least 6 semesters. There will be no aptitude tests of any kind. However, we expect a language level of B2 for English and A1 for German. If you would like to apply for the program, the deadline for application for the winter term will be July 15th and for the summer term will be January 15th. Students who would like to come to our university with a bachelor degree from outside of Germany are asked to apply via our Uni Assist portal. Students who come with bachelor degrees from German universities are kindly asked to apply via the e-campus system of THM.
So now I'm going to tell you a bit about the background and the content of our study program STEM. As you already have heard, the general idea or the general topic behind STEM is the question of sustainable development or sustainability in general. And the basis we took to design this study program were the Sustainable Development Goals from the United Nations, which we have taken in total, and we have looked out which of those Sustainable Development Goals are those to which we can contribute with our study program and form our graduates. In our study program, we focus the 3 dimensions of sustainability: economy, ecology, and social questions. And we will deal with those questions in our main topics like sustainable production and sustainable consumption, industrial topics, questions about innovation, infrastructure questions, sustainable cities and communities, and a lot of more. The idea behind the learning concept of our study structure is a challenge-based learning approach. We will explain what this really means in a few minutes. The topics we've split up in the study program you see here. They deal with sustainability and society, sustainable engineering, sustainable economy and management, and transformation and innovation. And during your studies in our STEM program, you have the chance to pick several selective modules out of those pillars we see here, and you have the possibility to go deeper in those areas which you are highly interested in. This slide here provides you a quick overview about the different terms of our study program and the different modules you can choose, or as well the modules which are mandatory for everyone. I don't want to go too much into detail in this slide. I think you can read it and have another look in our module handbook and so on. There you find additional information about those modules and what is all behind them. In the beginning of the study programs, everyone has to participate at our fundamentals modules. These fundamentals modules should guarantee that everyone, independent from which study program or from which bachelor study he is coming, will be set on an equal level. So here you learn information about fundamentals of sustainability and society, transformation, innovation, economy and management, and engineering and technology. So from each of those pillars I just showed you, you get a fundamentals module which will help you to step in this topic, especially if you don't have any prior knowledge from your prior studies. This slide here just indicates our bandwidth of lecturers. Here you already can see some images, some real people who you will meet when you start our study program in Friedberg and in Gießen, and also related in which of the 4 pillars they are teaching.
As it has already been mentioned before, we now would like to tell you something about the challenge-based learning concept. The CBL concept consists of 3 parts. In the first part, there is the engage part, which means that you and your study group develop a big idea. The big idea consists of a special topic you are given to. For example, in the first semester, the main topic is energy. Together with your group, you are developing the big idea around this topic. You are asking yourself essential questions, what is important. You are asking these questions to the professors and lecturers who are involved in the CBL module. And together with your mentor and the professors or your team coach and your team, you are developing a challenge. The difference between the problem-based learning and the challenge-based learning concept is that we don't provide you a specific problem you have to solve. Instead, you have to think about possible challenges for the future. In a second step, when you have engaged in your idea and have found your challenge, you and your group, together with your lecturer or team coach, start to investigate in this challenge. You will start to ask guiding questions. You will start to take or to participate in guiding activities. You will do some research, some analysis, but you will always be supported by your team coach and the CBL lectures. And last but not least, you start to act. While you were first working in your challenge and then you investigate topics to your challenge, in the last step you will work out a real solution for the challenge you have investigated. You will try to implement this solution and last but not least evaluate the solution. The concept is that you connect, learn and grow with a really diverse community, because we have students from different countries, students from with different study backgrounds, and together you will form an interdisciplinary group. In the first semester, you will not be provided, or in the first semester, there won't be a company or an external partner who will provide you with a challenge. In the second or third semester, it might be possible that companies, NGOs, or institutions, organizations will provide challenges you have to work on. And as I've already mentioned the slide before, the engage phase and the big idea stands under a big topic or transformation field. In the first semester, this transformation field is energy and resource, supply and provision. In the second semester, you will create a challenge around the topic industry, innovation, infrastructure, or sustainable cities and communities. And in the third semester, the semester before your master thesis, you will develop a challenge about sustainable production, sustainable consumption.
I'm here today to represent the student's perspective, so I want to show you some ways to get connected, meet new people, or just get involved, especially when you're new to Friedberg. So at first I want to show you some places at the THM where you can study or just a retreat area. For example, you can visit our cafeteria where you can grab lunch every day, or if you are just in the mood for coffee, you can visit our coffee bar, our BIP lounge, which is a really nice place to relax or also get some study done. In the summer we have some sunbeds. These are also really nice places to enjoy the sun and spend time with your fellow students. And something really new and something really cool is the Zukunftsraum or Future Room in Friedberg. It's a modern co-working space and it's located right at the main street in Friedberg, so it's close to all the restaurants and snack bars, and it's a really cool place to do your group work. Some other cool places at the THM is the Open A5. That's our makerspace in Friedberg. And here you can get creative, you can get involved, and you can meet people who have the same interests as you. For example, 3D printing, or just getting creative and doing something handy. One other great way to get involved is, of course, always sports. The THM has a great offer of university sports, as you can see here. And one other great thing you can do at the THM is get involved by the events organized by the Student Association, for example, the Ersti parties or the game nights that are held frequently at the THM, where you can play board games and also console games. And if you're just new to Friedberg and want to learn something about the city, here are some main facts. For example, Friedberg's landmark, the castle, is really popular and a nice place to visit. In the summer, there are many events, for example, the open air festivals. And one really cool thing about Friedberg is where it is located. Professor Rohn showed at the beginning, it's located in the middle of Germany, and it's close to some places like Bad Nauheim, and there are many natural places and many swimming pools or wellness areas. But at the same time, you are really close to Frankfurt. You can get there by 30 minutes if you use the train, so you really get the best of both worlds when you live in Friedberg. If you wonder where you can live when you go to Friedberg, there is one student residence that's called In der Burg, so it's close to the historic castle, and it's a really modern space. The rooms are really nice, they are newly built, and as you can see here, there are single apartments. And one other good thing is that it's really located close to all the public transportation. Another possibility where you can live is the student residence, which is called the Steinkaute. It's closer to the campus in Friedberg, and it's really like you are living on the campus. You can get there by bike within 10 minutes, and it's a really cool atmosphere there. There's a barbecue place where you can sit with fellow students in the evenings, in the summer. And as you can see here, there are many apartment options like double apartments, single apartments, and single rooms. So there is really something for everybody and every budget. And last but not least, there is a lot of support by the THM for international students, but also German students. For example, there's the international office that supports international students by the International Buddy Program, for example, or it organizes excursions. And one other cool thing is the semester program that's called Welcome and Stay. So there's a lot of support from the university. And one other cool thing is the public transport. At the THM you get the semester ticket, so you can use the regional public transportation for free. And that's really cool, for example, if you want to visit Frankfurt regularly. Yes, and just as I presented, the student accommodations are provided by the Studierendenwerk Gießen, so you can always go to them if you have any questions.
So the next dates for the STEM program is what was already mentioned. For the winter term, you have to apply until 15th of July. And then there's an introduction week at the beginning of the term. The term starts, winter term starts in October 1st. And somehow the same for the summer term. The application has to be there until the 15th of January. And then there's an introduction week at the beginning of April. So maybe to wrap up, why studying STEM? I think there are 5 good reasons you have at least heard why to study STEM. It's integrating sustainability with technical disciplines. We have innovative teaching methods. Nadine told you about the challenge-based learning, which we will offer 1/3 of the study program. You will work in real-world challenges. Then the third point is we have practice-oriented learning, up-to-date laboratories all over the THM, different laboratories which are open for our study program. And then, of course, rather important, that what was Katrin speaking about, is the transformation competencies for sustainability change agents you will gain. And last but not least, I'm living in Friedberg and I'm proudly able to say Friedberg is really a good and also a safe place where to live and of course also to study. So if you would like to follow us on Instagram, here you can see the link, and hopefully you will apply in our program and we will see us during our studies. Thanks a lot.